Welcome back. We have another suggestion of something you can stream, especially if you love reality shows. I recently spoke with two cast members from the show, Floribama show, all about how they had to shift gears and leave the coast and head to Montana. So these crew members on Floribama shore had a great time in Montana. We had a really interesting conversation, not only about the beautiful scenery there, but also about the isolation that they were under being part of this reality show and during COVID. Let's take a look.
MTV's Floribama Shore is returning for an epic fourth season, and here to tell me more are cast members Codi Butts and Candace Rice. Codi and Candace, we're so happy to have you both here with us today on Park City Television.
So happy
Well,
to be here.
good morning.
Good
Well,
morning,
not
Candace.
good.
Let's start with you, Candace. I'd love to hear more about this season of Floribama Shore. Apparently, you're going west.
Yes, ma'am. So it's been a pandemic going on. We really can't go to Florida. Most of the cities we can't go to. So, where can you go where it ain't that many people, but a whole lot of bison? So, we ended up going to Montana.
So, Codi, tell me more about Montana.
Fun fact: Montana has more cows than people. I learned that, so that's probably the reason why we traveled there to film that show. And it's the weather is cold, it snows. I mean, but the views are absolutely amazing. I didn't expect it to be that pretty, honestly.
It's gorgeous. It looked like a screensaver.
It does. Matter of fact, when I came back
Candace,
home from filming, I put a screensaver of Montana mountains on my laptop. So
beautiful but cold, a big difference from what you're used to. Candace,
Yeah.
tell
oh
me
my
a
gosh,
little
yes.
bit about your experiences last season heading into this season.
I mean, like the thing is that last season, season 3, we were filming, and it was so different because we were able to go out. And so like we're filming the show this time around in a pandemic, and so we just always have to take extra precaution because we live in a house together. And so like it was just very different having to take COVID tests every day, and making sure that we stayed away from people. And then also with the pandemic, we can't go out anymore, we can't go out to bars, we can't meet people. It's like it's just us, and we have to make the best with just each other. So a whole lot of creative drinking games.
Yeah, and just to piggyback on what Candace said, a lot of times, like last season, we were able to kind of escape some of our problems by going to a bar and hanging out. Like if you know the guys got into it with the girls about something, the guys could go do something, we could go day drink somewhere else. The girls could go get their nails done and stuff like that. We could kind of decompress. Well, you don't have that here. You don't have that opportunity to do that. So you either got to deal with your problem, or it's just going to come up and keep being an issue for you.
Yeah.
So, Candace, tell me a little bit more about the isolation. Not only are you up in Montana, you can't go out because of the COVID, but isolation is also a part of the show. You're not really allowed to stay current with events and such.
Oh my God, it's so crazy. I mean, the thing is that the isolation, with summer 4 is vacation 4, we used to it by this time. We know that, like, electronics will be turned in. All we have is our little ghetto phone. But, you know, it's so much harder because we actually don't have a way to connect with everybody in the midst of filming a show in a pandemic. So it's like we were literally like going crazy. It was just insane to not only be locked away essentially because we're on a set, we're in a bubble to make sure that MTV and 495 is always abiding by COVID regulations. And so not only that, but we also don't have our electronics. And so I think that cabin fever, you discover that that is a real thing. And you go crazy, but at the same time you figure out how to make do with the people that's in front of you. And I think that's a lost art between a lot of folks nowadays.
It absolutely is. Well, I am looking forward to tuning into season 4 of Floribama Shore. It airs Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on MTV. Codi and Candace, thank you so much for joining us today on Park City Television.
Thank
Yep,
you.
you're welcome. Thank you.